Anyway, these are those Anton Machine Works devices, magnetic parallel things. And so I just want to document what I'm doing. Okay, this one here, okay, is the same as this one here. This has the V, okay, see there? But this actually is just this. It's the same. This here is also this here. They're both the same. Just trust me. Okay, the problem with this is there's no way to set the angle. Yeah, you can put on a sine bar and set the angle. True. A machinist can do it. I can set that angle to a millionth. You know, that's not the issue. But there's no easy way for anyone to be able to do it without the proper equipment. And so what I've decided to do is abandon. Okay, this is like a design that they wanted to keep the price down, and so they kept it cheap. And so this actually is missing all this stuff. There's no other way to say it. It's missing this. If they would have done this, this would be three times the price. And so we can't have this like it is. And so I'm just going to do the same thing for this. Let me turn it around, both of them. Here's the other side. The other end of this is what the degrees were marked. But this is actually what moves it. So if I loosen that, and see, I'm trying to do it one-handed, and I turn this allows fine adjustment of that. It's really a good system. Okay, so now we're looking at the equivalent end. In other words, this end that you're looking at is now this same equivalent of this end. Now in this one, you have the pins. Well, those are silly pins. Okay, I know in the manuals, the old ralmikes and also Anton manuals, what the pins are for. They have nothing to do with the sign. They have nothing to do with setting the angle. All they are is for putting blocks under to be able to repeat. In other words, you grind some parts, you're tilted over, you grind some parts, and you mess around, you release the magnet, and then, well, this could have moved. And so you've got to be able to take this out, put it back in, and then repeat back where you were to continue making parts. And so you just put a parallel of some kind or planar gauge underneath here. Well, they're silly. I did take it in and practiced using them to get a feel for it. And I'll tell you right now, it's not good. That's why you don't see these. You don't see these being used. These pins here are silly. So I've made the decision to abandon these pins and either cut them off and then grind level, because I want to clean up where the guy did his initials. I want to clean that up anyway. But these pins flat out, I say to you now, they're being abandoned. They're not going to be incorporated. Like when I make a plate like this to put over here, the pins are not going to be incorporated into it. That monkey is not going to be on my back. But anyway, that's it. That's the documentation of what I'm going to do. So I'm going to draw it up. I'm going to draw up the model to reproduce this. And I may use holes. I may use, reamed holes to set the angle. And on this, just abandon the idea that odd angles would have to be set. In other words, it would be every 5 degrees or 2 degrees, whatever. And then if you want to set a strange angle that doesn't match, well, then you just put a sine bar up here and set it. So I haven't decided yet, but for sure, this same system, for sure I'm going to copy it over to here. That's it. Let's see. In other words, you'll start seeing these plates for this for sale, but the problem is there's no mass market for these when there's only 2 or 3 in the world. I mean, but I assure you, see those pins? They are silly. It's a silly concept. There is no way I'm going to have that monkey on my back. Those pins are going to go bye-bye. I'm going to rip them out, and if they do not come out, if they've done something to put them in there, I'll chop them off and I'll surface grind this whole surface. But this is not practical for people to not be able to set an angle. It just really isn't. You could use it occasionally for any angle you want, but it really cuts down on the value of it. Okay, that's it. I'll show this a little bit. That's it.